Well, the Cook Islands has been on a journey over the last 60 years and has progressed from a agricultural-based export country to a tourism-based industry and now shifting more towards a knowledge-based industry. So the financial services industry plays a critical role. Firstly, in the diversification of our economy, it's important that we have different industries that lift the prosperity of our country. And the financial services one is one that plays a critical role in supplementing the economy of our country. My name is Mark Brown. I'm the Prime Minister of the Cook Islands. My involvement with the trust and the financial sector has been as the Minister of Finance now for the last 12 years. So I'm familiar with the industry here. It's an important component of our economy. It's what we call a knowledge type of economy. This industry is. It is an industry that has a very low environmental footprint in our country, but a very high economic yield. So it suits the environment that we live in, small island states, geographically isolated, to have a high value type of industry in our country, but that doesn't bring with it the environmental challenges that, for example, tourism brings into the country. So for us, it's important.
My name is Vaine Mokoroa. I'm the Minister for the Financial Supervisory Development Agency, along as Minister for Financial Supervisory Commission and Minister for FIU, as well for Audit, Minister for Audit. These are all ministries that all intertwine and work with the FSDA industry. There are many stakeholders, many key players in the offshore banking industry, and the government is one of those key stakeholders. If I were to compare with our tourism sector, the government invests a lot of time and resources in the tourism sector to drive our tourism sector. And we are applying that inside the offshore banking industry, where we are allocating budgetary support and assistance where we can to support this particular sector.
My name is Cheryl McCarthy. I'm the Commissioner for the Financial Supervisory Commission here in the Cook Islands. We're the prudential regulator for financial services here in the Cook Islands. One of the key roles for the Financial Supervisory Commission is to actually ensure that the Cook Islands financial services industry is meeting international standards. And the government has been very proactive in ensuring that it's meeting its commitments that it makes under the various agreements and conventions that are needed globally in terms of transparency around tax or tax reforms, international standards around anti-money laundering and countering terrorism financing. So those are the big ones for the financial sector, and the government has always been very proactive in making sure that we meet those. So it is a key part of regulating the financial sector.
We have a very well-regulated financial sector. Our monitoring and compliance obligations are second to none. We are partners within the OECD of other countries. We have an industry where the exchange of information is shared, and where operators in our country are managed, monitored and well catered for in that regard.
The Cook Islands has completed a number of international assessments against international standards. So that includes in 2017 we completed the APG mutual evaluation on our anti-money laundering and countering terrorism financing framework, and we got a good result out of that. We have also done a number of assessments against our tax transparency requirements, and we regularly get good results from that as well. So we do our part to make sure that we are also a good world citizen in terms of our financial services industry.
Our regulatory arm is on par with international standards, and that way that we're not bringing in shady operators, and that those who investing knows that they are being well looked after here in in that sense. That's the safety aspect that I see that we are putting together as government. And this comes through our FSD, our PERCA, our FIU, and our audit, all working together to make sure that our regulatory legislation are in place to monitor this for not only for our government, for our people as well.
Our role is a gatekeeper, and it's really for us to create an environment where financial services can grow in a sustainable way and in the best interests of the Cook Islands. So that's making sure that we have our laws and regulations in place that do meet international standards, but where if it's appropriate, we need to tailor that towards the Cook Islands environment, then that's what we'll do. So regulation and compliance is essential to protect the customers and clients of Cook Island financial service providers. It's also essential to ensure that the overall integrity and reputation of the Cook Islands financial industry is upheld, and that just makes sure that we don't become a safe haven for criminals and fraudsters to operate here.
The Cook Islands is open for business. We have a proven track record of having a well-regulated financial services industry. We've got some very experienced companies that have been doing business in the country for a number of decades now. And we have a long list of clientele with customers ranging from the USA, Europe, and also Asia. So on the back of our track record, on the back of well-established business, and on the back of a well-regulated industry compliant with international standards, I'd have to say that the Cook Islands is a very attractive destination for any prospective business looking to establish here in our country their financial services requirements.